Yo, what's up? Let me stop playing. That is not the way I talk. It's me, Trey, Reach Tarot 2. Hoping you have a great day today. This is going to be for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising Masculine. I'm obviously doing a series. This is water sign, but I'm actually doing a series on what's going on with your best friend. So these are for the niggas, the bros, the broskis, the brochados, if you will. I don't define myself as masculine at all. More androgynous than anything, but or feminine, if you will. But this is for the masculine broskis, the bro. That's my partner, whatever the case may be. All right, Holy Spirit, prevent me from the fall. The Most High I can always call. What is the message for the Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising masculines? What's going on with their best friend or them in relation to their best friend? Let's see what it do. Ooh, I'm gonna take this. The Eight of Swords. This looks like there is, I don't know, this could be an androgynous person on the card, but Eight of Swords talks about mastery, but Eight of Swords in this spread is talking about someone who is binded on both sides, in front of them, in their eye, right, and back of them. They're bounded and they're enclosed in the situation. So you or your best friend might be enclosed in the situation. This looks like, when I looked at this, I was trying to think of things that reminded me of this castle, right? They're outside of a home, so they may be homeless, bound homeless. Take what you will. This also reminded me of the movie or the show Agatha All Along, the castle here. But when I tried to think about that, but what my mind brought back to me was the nun. So that monastery or the nunnery, if you will. I know this is a masculine type of reading, but you know, when I think of the monastery, monks, right? So this person or your best friend, if you are Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, can be very spiritually tapped in, if you will, have esoteric insight, likes to be in silence, and can be in some sort of trapped situation. They don't have to be homeless. 222 on a timer, but they could be, with this being entrapment and being outside, right? And just being like locked up. Or they could be locked up in jail. Fuck. All right, Holy Spirit, I'm ready for the phone. What is the message? You got the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. Let's see this first. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising masculine energies. What's going on with your best friend? We have the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, 8, 9, each of the 9, mastery to accomplishment. They might be getting out of some type of bondage here. And it's coming in fast with this 8 of Wands here that I just pulled from the middle of the deck. So we have 8, 8 here. 8 talks about, again, mastery. And then we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 8 to the 9. We're going from one number to the next. I wanted to say one letter, but one number to the next. So there's some elevation, some movement. Obviously here going from being bound, right? This person may be getting out of jail to freedom, right? Independence. 9 of Pentacles talks about independence. 333 on my timer. Your best friend, you might be having your best friend come home from jail. And it's just like, well, how do you know this, right? Because that can only apply to the niggas in the hood. No. Because you can be a Caucasian, Hispanic man, indigenous person whose best friend was locked up, right? And could be getting out of jail maybe in the next, 8 to 9 months? 8 is significant here. What's at the top of the deck? Ooh, we have the Four of Cups. So 8, 8, 9, 4. What does that break down to? 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 plus 9 is, wow. It's not 18, but I'm about to count 18. 20, 22, 24, 25. 25 plus 4 is 29. 9 plus 2 is 11. So 1, 1 is significant. 1 plus 1 is 2. Oh, so 2 is significant, sorry, 2. But when we're talking about a person getting out of bondage, obviously, and being independent, free here, 8 to the 9, and this is happening quickly, right? And then this Four of Cups. If you look at this here, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising masculines, it looks like they're being offered something and they're in solitude, right? They're in solitude in a meditative space. So once they get out of this bondage or get out of jail or get out of whatever constrictive situation they're in, again, they could be homeless right now, jobless right now, and this is about to come in very fast. It talks about money too, right? Money coming in. So they could be, again, jobless and coming into some money that's coming in fast. They're probably going to want to be by themselves, right? Y'all are going to want to, you as a person is going to want to hang out with them, offer them a drink. Drinking could be significant because you got 4 of Cups here, right? And talking about drinking outside. They don't want this shit. They have been bound for some time right now, right? And they're not going to want this shit. They're going to want to focus on what they have in front of them, right? There's 3 of Cups here, right? So maybe the relationships that they didn't get to foster or that were cut short, right? 3 talks about community, communication, creation, right? Whatever they're deciding to create out of this constrictive environment, or after they come out of this constrictive environment, whatever that case may be, 555 on the timer change. That's what they're focused on. They're probably not going to be focused on you, unfortunately. Maybe somewhat, because these Cups are still look the same. So some sort of relatability, some sort of like nostalgia, if you will, in terms of your relationships. But like having that like 2 of Cups, if it was out here, I'd be like an equal exchange of relationships or relations or emotions. It's not going to be there because they're focused on these 3 Cups here, this creation of some sort. So take what you will. Again, your friend, your best friend, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, masculine energy, something, they're coming out of this constrictive environment. As we can see from the 8 to the 9, we're jumping from 8 to 9, going a step up. They're moving up, right? In this type of energy, going from Swords to Pentacles, going from in their head, subconscious, right? The mind. This could also be a depression too. So the person can be getting out of jail, a depression, or out of a constrictive situation of not having a job, right? Because I can also talk about the intellect here, talking about the Swords, into the 9 of Pentacles, independence, money coming in. 9 talks about accomplishment, accomplishing what they want. This is coming in fast, and they're going to just be focused on accomplishing and stacking up, what they accomplished, essentially. So that's the message for today. Remember that your energy is your own, my energy is my own, that no one try to adopt. If you host try, my ancestors will break you like a pop. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising masculines, you have a great day. Broski.